Autumn Maple?
Or there was some. Yeah, they did like.
I don't
some
know.
New version of Autumn Maple.
I don't really buy Autumn Maple.
Here, man.
That 10%
Oh, I guess I should talk into the microphone.
Yam
huh?
Life.
Our beers. Yes, I am indeed 21.
You still have the beers in the freezer?
Yeah, I have a timer set.
All right, cool.
Good call. Why have I never thought of just setting a timer?
I always catch it right when it's like the liquid's all the way up to the cap. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
sweet Jesus.
Got 9 minutes left, so
I swear to God, there was like some new
Mangled.
Some
Autumn
new
maples.
kind of autumn maple, yeah. Yeah, it had like a purple label. Mine's,
I don't know, man. You maybe dreamt it? You having brewery dreams?
maybe.
Patrick Crew riding up on a white horse? Like,
hey Matt,
Yes.
how are you?
Good. Chilling.
That was my Patrick impression.
Oh.
Bad.
Midnight autumn maple.
What?
that's no, Patrick impersonation's like,
Boom, I'm not crazy. What the fuck?
I've never seen that. Why is it
boom.
midnight?
I imagine.
Midnight Wheat?
Yeah, it had midnight
Midnight
wheat,
wheat.
midnight wheat in it. So they essentially took it and made it darker.
Oh.
Like you do.
Yeah, Patrick does that a lot.
Yeah, that one I wanted. That one I wanted to try, but
Well, we
oh well.
use some Midnight Wheat in it.
They could have. They should have just made it like a legit like stout.
Stouty. You rejoined? I guess say that for the show.
Yeah.
Save it for the show, bro.
Hang on.
Oh, good old Ichigo Highway.
Ichigo to my toilet.
Ichigo down the drain.
That'll forever go down as like the worst beer ever.
I don't know,
that
dude.
was released.
Liter of cola is pretty far up there or down there, whichever one.
It was drinkable.
Yeah, speak for yourself. Oh, there's a new Mischief. I didn't know there was
that
another
video
version
I
of
did for
Mischief.
Mashable. a
Oh,
lot of
dude, the new
people
Mischief is
watched
rad.
it. Like, and I've gotten like
Which
10.
one?
The video I did for Mashable. Like 10 people have hit me up on Twitter with legit questions
Oh,
about
good.
elevators and stuff. Got 10 followers on Twitter.
Nice.
We got 10 subs on YouTube
Just from an elevator.
just from that video.
Oh,
The first day it had like 20,000 views or some shit.
yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
When did you even do that? Like, when did you go and
A
film
couple
that?
months ago.
Oh,
I didn't.
no shit.
I think I mentioned it to Jason and Greg,
Yeah.
maybe in Sacramento, and you weren't there. Or
I was the one
was
who was
it.
there in Sacramento. Jason was the one who was not there in
maybe,
Sacramento.
maybe I mentioned it to you. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
But I didn't tell anybody because, I didn't know if it was going to actually happen. But it's like a whole series they're doing. I guess they had a doctor come in to talk about zombies and
So all of this
a firefighter to talk about
firefighting and all of the shit they get factually incorrect.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
So, yeah. One guy hit me up from, I think he was from Massachusetts.
Glassware.
Going, hey man, where'd you get your elevator knowledge from? I was like, IUEC, local 18. He's like, oh, okay, IUEC, local 47.
Oh.
Cheers, brother.
Ah, right on. That's cool.
Fuck authority.
Hello.
Saturday minority. Raised by the system. Now what's everyone get them? Paul. We've got beer here. We're gonna drink some beer. I said drink some beer. That should be our new theme song. We said, fuck AB and Bev. We're gonna drink some craft beer. We're gonna talk about it right here. Then we're gonna go to the bathroom. right.
Is your monitor calibrated, John?
To my eyes.
Oh, yeah. But you don't use like a calibration unit or anything? Yeah.
Yeah, calibrate it to printing.
Yeah,
Do you have
true.
a printer? Yeah.
True.
So I'm like, man, it looks great on the screen, and then I post it to Facebook or something. Like, man, that looks shitty when I get to work.
Editing with True Tone on iPad is kind of a bitch because I don't think Lightroom turns it off because app developers can turn that on and off. So they should turn it off so you actually see what the image looks like rather than a warmer image, depending on.
Right, because it like changes like depending on the time of day. Right?
Well, it depends. It has
Or the lighting
sensors
itself.
for ambient lighting, and so it makes white look like the white in the room. You know, it works really well, but for editing photos, it sucks.
Yeah, and then you print it on your like inkjet or something, and it's like, oh my god, it's so dark and the shit's blown out.
All right, so we're doing. Those are already on the table.
The
We're gonna go.
randos.
I'm gonna close the door.
Is this a rando show?
This is some stuff that Kyle dropped off this morning.
Oh, cool. So
And
this
then
is a
some growlers.
Kyle tribute show. I'm down for that.
Kyle, I guess he had some homebrew with you at some point, John.
Oh yes, I think that's a cider.
Yeah, he said it was a cider.
I don't know if he wanted us to do that on the show.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't know if he said, but he was like, "Yeah, John has a cider. Dry
We
as
can throw
fuck.
it in if we want.
I'm good."
He actually gave me a homebrew that I left on the back of my truck and drove away.
Yeah, I've done that before.
What happened?
I've put a beer on my roof of my car and drove.
Oh no!
I put, you know the.
Oops.
I did that. I did that with a
See ya.
pizza. Did that with a pizza once.
You know I have a step side bed, so there's a step on the bed on the side.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's right next to the back door, you know, of the cab. So I put stuff there all the time, and I'll open the door, and I'll also have stuff on the ground. So I'll put that stuff in, close the door, get in, and that stuff's still on the bed, and that's what happened with this beer.
Oh no!
And it wasn't until I got to, I think it was Noble, that I realized he gave us a Noble canned beer. The juice is out there, I think,
The juice is out there,
and then his hazy IPA, which I really wanted to try.
Oh,
But they're on the streets of Fullerton now. So.
Rip. Rip in peace. Rip in peace.
R.I.P. beer.
But we can try it after the show or something if you want, because
Yeah.
I don't think he wanted it on the show, but
Yeah, it might
he's
fit in.
he's actually on the chat right now. Kyle, did you want that on the show? Answer.
Kyle.
Okay, Kyle.
He said start with some cider mimosas.
We can do the cider on our Thanksgiving show.
We could blend the cider with the pineapple wheat beer I got from Iron Fire.
And fair.
That'd be a mimosa, kind of.
Beer mosa. And fair.
Welcome to Fort Brewers. My name is Matt Beckert. As always, I'm joined by.
John Holzer.
And Greg Nagel.
Yeah, Jason couldn't be with us, dude. Jason got called into work at what 2:30 in the morning.
2:30 in the morning.
Tech jobs, dude.
Yeah.
Tech jobs, man.
Tech jobs.
I've done that before in that life. We have an automated system that'll text me if like something's over a certain temperature, and it'll just keep texting and keep texting.
It'll be like, hey,
It's
hey,
like 114
hey,
degrees at
hey.
rack, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, God damn it. Luckily, I don't have to drive anywhere. I could just like do it from my office, like turn shit off. And
That is
Jason,
pretty cool.
You know, I think an AC unit went out in one of his server banks, and so
Yeah.
he didn't really have to do anything. He just had to let people in to fix the air conditioner. So
but it's
That
his
sucks.
responsibility that it gets done.
That it gets done.
no, I know that,
Yeah.
but I'm saying he
That
didn't have.
sucks,
He
man.
wouldn't have had to go unless it was something that had to be literally fixed.
And that shit
So-
literally, it can go up to like 140 degrees if you left unmanaged.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how hot is like damaging?
Hard
Like-
drives, I think, can go up to like 150 before they start. They'll like auto park and just turn themselves off because firmware is smart. So yeah. Speaking of firmware, we have some software here in the form of beer.
Speaking of being firm, me.
I want to perform a hex dump with this Crowlers of Noble Ale Works
Yeah, we've got a
beer.
bit of a cornucopia of mostly IPA. I think there's a milkshake beer in there. There's a Goza from Noble. I don't know if we're gonna do that, but we're kind of.
Why not? Why not? We can just throw it all in there.
Freddie
start with the
versus
Goza,
Juice,
maybe. Yeah, we've got.
Hey, we'll see how
Listen to
this
his names.
goes.
Oh,
Starting early with the dad jokes.
yeah.
There you go.
When I
Some
went to,
Ghostbusters.
To Noble to pick these up, Vito was actually doing a photo shoot with Julie, and it was for Halloween. and he had like the whole barrel set up with the beers on it, and she was wearing a Slimer costume.
Nice.
And I just walk in. She took it off immediately,
happening?
and then
She took it off, huh?
the costume.
Oh, all right.
Come on, Greg,
I know.
You're disgusting.
you pig.
I just ask questions, man.
They've been making Ghostbusters for a long time, haven't they?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's made with Magnolia Oolong tea. Have you had oolong tea?
Yeah, all the time.
I've never had oolong tea. I don't think. I don't even know what it is.
Oolong. There's like, isn't it like a different variety of tea? I think.
I
have no idea. I'm not up on my.
Okay,
tea
so is
knowledge.
it like a green tea?
I think it's an
just
actual like different variety of tea. So like it's like from a different kind of plant. It's either from a different plant or it's processed differently.
They're like, ooh, it's long.
Hear that one? Hear that one all the time myself.
What's the tie-in with oolong and Ghostbusters? Let's see. It says, "We aren't afraid of no goes, especially one made with the perfect amount of Magnolia Oolong tea. Our take on the classic German-style tart wheat beer has supernatural notes of lemongrass, pear, lychee, with a refreshing lemon-like tartness in the lingering finish." So
I think the tea thing came about because Noble Evan Price, when he was there, he was a big fan of the Portola coffee, and him and Jeff Dugan, the owner of Portola, I think Jeff opened up a tea thing that was kind of like Portola Coffee Lab. I think it was 7 C's Tea something. I don't remember the name. But I think the amount of like tasting that Evan does, like cupping tastings of coffee to potentially go in beers, he was like, let me try some tea.
so it
and
was
see
a
if it works with the
collaboration
beer.
thing in the beginning.
I
and
believe so.
It just kind of stuck with the beer
That's
over time.
my understanding, yeah. And
Okay.
I think there's always been tea in this. I think this beer won silver at the World Beer Cup as well, beating out a German brewery for their
Wow.
Goza, which is pretty amazing.
There you go.
It's one of those beers that you just don't think about picking up often. I don't know.
It's got
cool.
a nice tart edge to it. As far as like a salinity, it's very, very mellow on that, but it's more of like that lemony, tart, crisp, dry, refreshing kind of thing. Really, really tasty.
It's very beer shandy.
Yeah, for sure. Apparently, oolong
Arnold
tea
Palmer.
is it's just processed differently. It's oxidized, so kind of like how like black tea is partially fermented.
Wow.
Oolong tea is partially oxidized and it's like left out in the sun.
Wonder
So,
why you'd want to do that. Like,
Different flavors.
Yeah, it creates complexity, different kinds of flavors.
Yeah.
It also has more caffeine in it than green tea, which is surprising.
Sweet.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
could use some
Let's
caffeine
get
right now.
wasted. Caffeine wasted.
But yeah,
drunk and buzzed.
they've been making this beer for quite a while too. I dig it. It's just like Arnold Palmer in a beer form.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's similar to a shandy, but I don't think it's as sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah, I am enjoying it more than I thought I would, but for some reason the whole tea and beer thing just turns me off. I've never been able to do it ever. I don't know
Well,
why.
is it affecting this at all? Like, what if you didn't know it had tea in it?
Then it would taste weird.
Okay. I mean, I think I'd have to try the tea to see what it tastes like to understand what it's doing to this beer. Because to me, this just tastes like a lemony. Goza,
I get the
you
tea
know?
big time in this.
Really?
I drink.
Yeah.
a
What am
lot
I
of
supposed to be
oolong.
getting?
Think green tea because it's closest to green tea than anything.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
kind of got this like watermelony, woody, like tannin.
Yeah, woody. It smells like old herbs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when you're like super stoked because you suddenly remember that you have Chervil in your fucking cabinet, you know, because you bought it once for a dish 4 years ago, and you're like find it on a recipe again. And you're like, fuck yeah, Chervil, and you grab it and you smell it, and you're like, this just smells like old.
Yep.
That's the kind of like herbal thing I get out of this.
I think it's pleasant. Reminds me a lot of just an Arnold Palmer with done with a weird tea.
Arnold Palmer, who is also old or dead.
Yes, he is.
Or is he dead?
I don't know.
I think he's dead. Actually, pretty sure he's dead.
Mashed potatoes.
Still makes him
I don't know.
old. I mean,
So he would be old.
either way, he's old.
I mean, yeah, he's the golden honey bear. What's his nickname? Arnold Palmer.
The golden
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 honey bear?
He's the honey bear. He's the He's the dude. I don't fucking know, man.
As we Google Arnold.
Yeah, I'm so.
What's his nickname?
Um,
That's what Alexa should be for, is doing that shit. Alexa, what is Arnold Palmer's
Or we can just type.
fucking name?
Actually, according to this, his nickname is the King.
yeah.
The king.
Apparently,
I am the king.
Jack Nicklaus's nickname was the Golden Bear.
Okay, yeah, we're so close.
There you go.
Somewhere there's like people yelling at their car stereos right now.
Yeah.
Fucking, he's the goddamn he's not Arnold Palmer. He's
So you guys, I look up Arnold Palmer nickname, and it says Arnold Palmer nickname the King.
The King.
Jack Nicholas nickname the Golden Bear. Gary Player nickname Mr. Fitness. Tiger Woods nickname Urkel.
Oh. Everyone has dope nicknames except for the black guy.
Like, what?
Oh.
Like, yeah, there's no reason for that except he's black.
That's fucked
So,
up.
so
fucked
bad.
up. I'm like, Google, what are you doing?
Tiger Woods.
So yeah. So Ghostbusters, you guys.
I'm a fan of this beer. I dig it. I'd buy a 6-pack of it again. Oh, I didn't buy this one, but I would buy it.
Yeah.
Before we get into hoppy stuff, we do have a beer. I guess it's still a hoppy beer. It's a strawberry milkshake Deepa from Toolbox.
Huh.
Yeah. Ooh.
let's do it. Fuck it, you
think
guys.
about
Let's
it. Here
dive
we
in.
go. I'm
Let's
cracking
dive
it.
in. I'm ready to have my opinion changed.
We are living on the edge. Toolbox, they had their sour dude left, right?
I have
guy
no
who was running
idea.
Their sour program.
Yeah, I tried him at the
Or
San
he was
Diego
fired or something.
San Diego Beer Week stuff, and it's like I want to try the beer every time I see him just to see. I mean, when you're at a festival,
Mhm.
that's the best chance of like breaking whatever preconceived notions you have of breweries, or maybe change your opinion. And every time I try them, I'm still like, I'm still not there.
Yes,
But I haven't had a hoppy beer yet.
They only did sour beer for a long time. I'm surprised that this even exists. But yeah, so the
Gotta
guy
pay the
who was
bills.
running their sour program actually went on to head the sour program for Belching Beaver.
That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
And there was
As
a lot
we've-
of like, the owner was holding me back and he wanted to push beer out faster than it was ready, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So
and then a guy named Henry Nguyen decided to take down his no IPA sign and make some money.
and everyone followed
And everybody
suit.
was like, "Wow, you can make
You-
money!
yeah,
making
you can
hazy
do that.
IPAs. Wow!"
So this is a milkshake IPA from Toolbox, correct?
Yeah, 8.5%.
Let's see if it brings the boys to the yard here.
It's quite yellow.
It smells delightful.
Smells nice, yeah.
Smells delightful.
It smells like soft, like strawberry powder. Not like Nestle's Quick, but sort of like if you walked into like a Bed Bath and Beyond and you smelled some like strawberry like lotion.
But in a positive way.
Yeah. It's not overdone.
Yeah.
It's very soft. and
but
creamy.
in a positive way. Yeah.
Again, it's got that creamy. Again, you can't smell cream, but it smells like it's going to be
You
fluffy.
can smell my cream.
You know.
You can smell your cash rules, everything around me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Huh.
right?
That tastes like a strawberry milkshake with a little bit of bitterness on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's phenolic. It tastes like plastic.
Really.
Yeah.
And it's a little hot too. What's the ABV on it?
8.5.
Okay.
Nah, dudes. Nah, there's like
Don't you get the heat? I
I
feel
don't
like
get
I
the
can
heat.
feel the heat.
I don't get phenolics. I get bitterness that I don't mind it.
nah. I'm getting a really distinct like Band-Aidy phenol out of this, and this is not doing it for me,
I think the bitterness, whatever they used to bitter it, was just a little bit over the top.
dude. Just like let it sit in your palate for a little while, and then exhale through your nose. That's where I'm getting all of that like plastic phenol from. Yikes! Nope. Nope. Sorry, guys.
I like it.
I don't get the phenolic thing. I just think the bitterness is just a little bit over the top.
Yeah, same with me.
But
Because it's, you're going to call it a strawberry milkshake beer. It's an IPA, I get it. So there should be a little bit in there, but this is just a little too much. But as far as phenolics go, I don't really get
No,
that.
am I the only one?
I don't.
Yeah, just get a warming off of it.
And if it's hot, I don't get that much either. It's,
Yeah,
I could
I didn't
feel
really, I didn't really get any heat exactly. But there was like there was some kind of like plasticky thing in there that just really hit me in the wrong spot.
Well, all right.
well, I give it
mean-
a thumbs up. So
I wouldn't. I would drink
Still, I honestly, I want to give more Toolbox beers a shot at this point because I think that, well, to be honest, the other beers that I've had from them have been anywhere from not great to train wreck.
I think this is it gives me some confidence to try them again.
I agree.
Now that they're just not doing sour stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll go back there because I haven't heard anything bad from them recently, like from anyone, like I did before.
Yeah.
They were like one of those hype breweries that a lot of people went to, and I didn't understand
Yeah,
why.
yeah,
Like
they were coming real strong out the gate for a long time.
another brewery in San Diego that was brewing sour beer that wasn't very good. But this, I have confidence in them now. So
Yeah, that's another topic for another show. I think we should do an all San Diego sour brewery show.
I
And, like,
think that's a really good idea
And
because
just
there's
Lost Abbey, dude.
just
come out the gate.
watch Lost Abbey destroy everyone.
Like, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah!" Even at the fest we're at, I was like, "Yeah, I want to check out Lost Abbey." Couldn't find them. They don't have a big banner or anything,
Right.
And it was like they were so. I mean, they were there, and I found them, and the beer was goddamn delicious. Fucking from whatever.
From what, Amorosa?
From yeah, yes,
Yeah.
that beer.
Yeah,
Goddamn delicious.
crushes. That's just like munching on a fucking
And
raspberry.
people are like, "Oh
They
yeah,
haven't-
Lost Abbey." I forget about them all the time.
Yeah, they have, their stuff is like super like low key, just as far as like winter releases. Like they have like a new like holiday brown,
Yeah.
like Belgian brown ale that I had no idea it existed until I saw it at a liquor store when I was buying Coors Light for a wedding yesterday.
And Red Poppy, come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean those beers.
Yeah,
crush
for real,
it.
for real.
I see a beer that originally was brewed in Temecula.
I have seen a
Speaking
beer
speaking of the wedding I went to in Temecula,
that we haven't seen in bottles in quite a while.
for a long time, right?
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah.
This is like my
was, did
Nagle
this,
whale.
was this a Kyle hookup?
This is from Patrick Whitaker from Bottle Logic, actually.
Oh, thanks, Patrick.
I went there to pick up some beers that I bought. I bought the Demogorgon, the Upside Down can beer that they did, and
Which I
the Mixplix whatever beer.
Mixoplick.
There you go. It's got no vowels in it. Yeah,
Watching people order that beer is hilarious.
It's
I'll take
dude,
the-
and that beer is good.
Mixoplick.
Dude, that was good. 4 ounces is perfect for that beer too, because it's a big beer. But yeah, I was hanging out actually with Kyle Wells. He was at Bottle Logic,
Righteous.
and Patrick walks over with a bag and just puts it on the table. I'm like, "Oh, what's this?" And I go, "This isn't a Bottle Logic cap."
Ah,
And yeah, so
Thanks,
a
man.
hook
blind
us up with a
pig.
blind pig.
What is the? There's a lot of text on the bottle that I don't recall reading before.
You want
it probably has a lot to do with we use Comic Sans and we don't give a fuck.
keep cold, drink fresh, do not age, consume
No,
blind
on
pig
the-
fresh.
No, on the other side.
Oh,
There you go.
oh my God!
Right? It's like a stone.
Do you
bottle
want
or
me to read
something.
this?
Nah, it's all right.
Ask for a blind pig in this lunar prohibition. You might get a beer sometimes. Blah blah blah. Or use this. Okay, they're just saying what blind pig means.
Okay,
Do you want to know what blind pig means?
it's a blind pig.
Doesn't matter.
He has no.
I actually
eyesight.
don't know.
Oh, then you
It's
can
a,
read it.
Uh,
All right, then I'll be the one to inform the populace. Ask for a blind pig in a saloon during Prohibition, and
Yeah,
you
it's a
might
Prohibition
just
reference.
get a beer. Oh, during Prohibition, using the term blind pig discreetly meant many different things. Sometimes it was the secret code given to a bartender to receive a beer. In other places, it meant that you paid a small fee to see a quote blind pig unquote, and along with the viewing, you'd get a beer or something else.
for free.
And what type of glassware would your blind pig be served in? An unmarked mason jar, of course. In those days, a mason jar was known as a pig, and an unmarked mason jar was known as a blind pig. That's a fascinating piece of information.
I'm kind of
TIL.
glad we read that because
Right.
that's very interesting. Yeah.
I had no idea. Using the term discreetly today, you'll get a Russian River's Blind Pig IPA, a bold IPA packed full of hop aroma, flavor, and bitterness. Please keep Blind Pig IPA refrigerated and consume fresh to experience the immense hop character. Unlike many of our other beers, Blind Pig IPA is not meant to be aged, all in Comic Sans.
Yeah, the blind. There's blind tiger. There's blind rabbit. There's blind this, blind that.
I
and
always
it all
wondered
kind of
that. I had
references the same
no
thing.
idea.
Yeah. So yeah, prohibition. You'd pay a fee to see some bullshit, and they'd give you booze.
So the different animals were different types of liquor.
That was their way.
basically.
That was their way around the law.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't sell
Kinda-
liquor, but you can give it away.
Kind of like if you are in like a barber shop and they give you a beer, it's okay because you're in a private club and not in a bar.
And you're not buying the beer.
Ah.
It's a gesture of kindness that you would make up with a tip.
This beer for me has always been on the softer side of IPA. It's also pretty well balanced too. It's a West Coast IPA, but it always has like a creaminess to it that is really good and still holds up. I think now to this day.
I'm surprised at how
especially
much.
with where beer IPA is going right now with the hazy stuff.
I'm
so.
surprised at how much bite there is to the bitterness.
It's a big bite.
It's got some pop to it. Yeah.
I mean, it's ample, but it's not like it's not like it's a stone beer where it's stripping your tongue of all flavor and destroying your palate.
Like I like my women, ample but not stripping. You're
My
welcome.
God.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a stretch. I just wanted to use ample.
Okay.
Honestly,
Do you have the new ample iPhone? I don't know. That's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah.
I like ample X.
What do you think of the nose on this? It's
10.
like
It's
pinene resin.
Yeah, it's kind of like piney resin, a
Citrus.
little bit of citrus. It's
Yeah.
honestly, it's kind of mild. It's not a very. The aroma
That's-
isn't really in your face.
I think that's what I meant by balanced. I mean, obviously it's on the bitter side on the flavor, but it's not punching you in the face. It smells good, and that creamy kind of aroma flavor thing is really, really nice.
That bitter bite on the end, man. It just cleans up your entire palate.
It really does.
Leaves nothing on your teeth.
This is like you can tell it kind of is one of the beers that set the bar for like dryness and mouthfeel. You know, that whole like cleansing like pop that you get at the end. You know,
I mean, even the maltiness on this is nice. It tastes good. It's not
so-
just showcasing the hops. It's just a well-rounded beer.
Yeah, the bitterness reminds me of if you're ever like Christmas is coming up, and if you take a pine needle off and bite into a pine needle, that sort of like tannic sort of residue that adheres to your palate after you do that, it sort of reminds me of that. Such a pint-worthy beer, though.
Oh, totally.
Like I just
Definitely.
want a
And
pint.
what's the ABV on this? Is it 6 or 7-ish?
I thought it was
Does it
6.5,
say?
but I don't know.
That sounds right.
Matt, it's in front of Matt.
Yeah.
And he's texting.
I'm sorry,
Ladies of the
dude. Okay, so I went to this wedding yesterday, and the relatives are already hitting me up for photos, and I'm like,
Yeah, give me a day, dude.
I gotta edit.
Yeah, it's understandable.
These are
Hey, bro.
snapshots. Yeah,
People get excited. you
true.
know.
That's true. And I had the biggest camera there, so everyone's like, "Where are our photos?"
Take my picture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was kind of funny because I was like, okay, look, I'll do the ceremony. I'm not doing the reception. No, that's not that. No, I mean, like it's like
then
you said.
then you're working.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, Greg. I mean, it's like the shot book. You know, you follow the
You go through the shots.
yeah, you follow the recipe, and you pretty
me
much
get
got
my-
got everything. But like,
Get out my macro lens and take a photo of the rings, and let me go over here and take a photo of the shoes and then the dress.
yeah.
And then when we do,
Yeah,
like,
luckily-
we have to go through that list.
Yeah, it
of
was like
wedding
fortunately,
shit.
like this one was like way more casual than that, even that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'll do the ceremony, and then after that, I'm done. Like, I don't want to be responsible for anything besides that.
it's tough. I mean, these days, like a lot of receptions go past nightfall, so you have to come hard with like all of your lighting gear too. Like,
Yeah,
have like a speed light or like a LED or something that
Yeah.
you can.
yeah, exactly. So luckily, I
Whip
didn't even do that.
It's bitch.
And it's funny because I almost rented like a 70 to 200 zoom lens, and then I got there and like the distance was like probably the size of this room.
Oh shit!
I'm like, yeah, good thing I didn't.
Oh damn!
Yeah, I didn't. I actually didn't end up going to do it because we were running late. But like, fortunately, I did well with just what I had. But anyways,
So yeah, Blind Pig. Goddamn, you
fucking,
see it? Buy it.
fucking blind pig.
I like
dude.
it better than Pliny. I mean, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm like,
I just like the lower ABV, honestly.
yeah, I'm like, I am a Pliny apologist, man. Like I
still like it. I like this better.
Yeah, I will like I will pray at the altar, of Pliny, as much as I can.
Speaking of Pliny,
Speaking of Pliny, Yvonne's here. Hi,
hi Yvonne. You're such a Pliny. read more books is on her shirt. We can chop this part out.
Oh, does anyone have the chat up? I should pull up the chat. Hey, John, can you give me a little bit more volume in my headphones? Perfect. There we go.
All right.
Much better.
Chat's also up on both screens, so in case you guys didn't see it.
So Blind Pig, you guys.
That was fucking great.
We do have another San Diego beer in the form of a medicinal bottle growlette.
32
Yeah,
official term?
growlette or a grenade.
And it's kind of
Growler.
an abnormal growler, I would say.
Oh, I see what you did there.
It's
Yeah,
from
this
this
is-
brewery called Abnormal Beer Co.
Kyle Wells was in San Diego yesterday, along
Hop
with
Salada.
myself on Friday. I was in San Diego. Which we could talk about that if we wanted to, but he said he was going to go there and pick up some beers for us while he was there, which he did. And so, yeah, he gave us the milkshake beer from Toolbox also, right?
Yep.
Oh, thanks, man.
So,
We appreciate it, man. Anytime we can get beers from our Patreon
thanks for nothing,
subscribers, you go to patreon.com/Brewers.
So is this a post Derek beer here then, I guess?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, their former brewer Derek Galanopoulos he's in
He went up to-
Sacramento now, I believe.
Actually, Rockland, which our friends Christina and Steve, that we kind of love and adore, that live up there.
they're dope.
Yeah,
Cool peeps.
Rockland's. It's kind of like one of those, like, not to diss on their city or anything, but it's kind of
But
like
it's kind of a shithole.
no. I mean, it's like strip mall. You know, it's got like your Chipotle's and the.
So
It's kind of like a Rancho Cucamonga
it's
type
like
of
Moreno
place.
It's
Valley.
very
It's
Rancho.
more Moreno Valley, I think. Moreno Valley
Moreno
is
Valley.
very strip mall.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, we have two strip malls basically that have the same exact stores, and they're like 3 miles apart. I shit you not,
they're
dude.
like 2 exits apart
Stater
on the freeway.
Brothers,
Yeah.
Fantastic Sam's, like all, and I'm like, really? We couldn't get any more like
Nope.
interest in this?
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
So?
No.
Rockland-
City planning, dude.
Rockland has hotels at least.
Um.
Not to say Moreno Valley doesn't, but
Yeah, it's Moreno Valley is pretty small. So
Yeah, but this is
hop salad.
hop salada.
Oh, salada.
Hop
I'm
salada.
sorry. Yeah.
ensalada
It's a lot of
de
hoppa.
fruta fresca. If you have kids, you'll know that reference.
What is it again?
Ensalada de fruta fresca.
Nope.
It's the fucking those dudes who are from Australia. They all wear color coordinated shirts and shit.
What?
You don't-
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
really?
Nope.
Oh, all
I
right.
missed out on this one. This is so hopsalada. It's got a lot of hopsa.
I just
Smells
went to
great.
Untapped, and there's no info on this. It just says it's made with a plethora of hops.
Oh,
whatever
great.
That means. So
I mean, I can surely pick out some Amarillo and some Simcoe, maybe some Citra and some Galaxy. I'm just throwing that out. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about the Galaxy, but I think those other three are actually like decent guesses.
yeah, that smells like pungent. For hops.
It smells like a bag of hops, dude.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah,
you can
total
nail
hop
that in
sack.
IPA
For reals.
form, good on you, because you're serving beer at a fast enough rate that your beer is going to have that fresh zing to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I kind of am enjoying this.
It's always been tough for me to nail that bag of hops aroma as a home brewer, even though I haven't homebrewed in a year and a half. But, oh wow, that's good.
Isn't that
That is
nice?
like, it's got that same kind of creaminess that I got from the Blind Pig. Actually, like it's not sweet, it's dry, but it's got a great mouthfeel on it.
It's even got a like a tackiness to it. Not tacky like in poor taste. Tacky like resiny kind
Yeah,
of
sticky. A little bit
Yeah,
sticky.
it has like a stickiness to it, which
I think that kind of
I like quite a bit.
through in the aroma as well. That's what I meant by like the pungent. It smells. It's not really dank, but it's kind of somewhere in between pungent and dank. And I don't really get the bag of hops thing necessarily, but the the stickiness on the like that the flavor matches the aroma for me.
Yeah, I like the finish on it too. It just finishes nice and clean and crisp. It's not too lingery. It doesn't hang out like your ex-girlfriend might, you know.
Yep.
And she just kind of, it splits.
Yep.
She lingers.
And at 7%, I mean, this is pretty much like the happy IPA spot if you're going for like something bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is delicious.
This hits all the
All the
notes,
notes.
man.
Yeah, right.
It really does.
This beer like can totally hang with the San Diego beer scene, like easily. This is good.
How was your trip out to San Diego, by the way?
It was good. I had to go by Stone to pick up. I bought all of the Berlin collab beers, so I was like 4 behind. So I went there and I had a beer there while I was waiting. The new one, Merc Machine, which I forgot who they collaborated with on that, but it's like a tropical hazy IPA that isn't so hazy. It's more of a regular IPA,
Right.
Double IPA, I believe. It was good. I had a sample of the Maui collab they did in Berlin with Maui Brewing Company.
Yep,
via
I have that
Aloha.
bottle.
I think it was a coconut porter thing.
Yep,
I believe.
coconut porter.
That's weird.
It's pretty good. One of the beers that they did for the Berlin collaboration thing went bad, so they were actually offering 7. Well, they said we're not going to give you this beer, but instead you can pick 2 750s of the other ones we've done. So, which is nice because then I can actually open one rather than open a 3-liter
because
bottle.
all of these are in magnums, right?
No, they're 3-liter bottles. Is that a Magnum?
Yeah, they're big fuck off bottles. Let's put it that way.
It's
like,
too much for one person.
Yeah, whose fucking idea was that? What, like
You're
fucking
raising money, man.
Fucking why?
It's a cool gimmick. I honestly, that's one of
no,
the
it's
reasons
a terrible
I don't
one.
know. They look cool, man.
I'm bringing
They
one
look
camping.
cool, but then when it comes to actually drinking them,
Well, that's my
you know,
point. So I
yeah.
got one of the 750s I got was Bashaw. It was originally a black IPA that Stone did with Brewdog, and that's actually one of the first black IPAs I ever had.
Oh, that's cool.
But it was one of the earlier collabs. After that, I went to Wild Barrel, Dr. Bill's brewery with Bill Sobieski. And tasting room looks great. Like it's a very, very
Looks
well
like the inside
done.
of a barrel, sort of.
They literally have like a huge barrel in there. Like it's a faux barrel. It's not a barrel, but
Yeah.
it's like a room. And right now there's
very
just
well thought
tables
out.
in there, but I think they have plans to do something else with it.
Sounds pretty wild.
It
War
is.
barrel.
But I had their base beer. Right now they're just doing all kettle sours,
As you
Berliner
do,
Weiss beers. They call them San Diego Weiss beers, not Berliner Weiss, because they're not in Berlin. But they had a strawberry variant,
Guava.
a guava, a black currant, and
They're bigger on the ABV too.
One
They're like
more.
5.5 or something.
yeah, they're still relatively low. I mean, but those were all great. And they actually, when I was there, they put the base beer on tap, which was like the base beer is really good too. So for kettle sours, they're doing a really good job. I talked to Bill about what they're planning on doing with their barrels, because right now they have barrels that are just wrapped in cellophane, basically, that they're waiting
Sulfured or
to
something.
do something with. But without getting into it, he wants to like section off a section of the tasting room or the brewery and kind of do what Beechwood did with the bugs on the walls and all that kind of thing, and keep it kind of authentic and all that. But that's all in the distant future,
God.
So, but for right now, they're doing some good stuff, and they're a brewery to keep your eye on. So,
Speaking of the blendery,
Speaking of which, Kyle took a photo of the wild barrel.
yeah,
That barrel and put it up in the chat.
the War barrel.
The Ruhr barrel. Cool, man. Where is it? You only go to the two spots?
that's where I went.
Right on.
And on the way back, I stopped at Iron Fire in Temecula because I haven't been there in forever. And yeah,
While I was out in Temecula, I went to Weens, met up with Righty, hung out with him
was
for
that?
a little bit.
I was just out in Temecula yesterday too. That's funny.
I was only at Weens briefly. We only had one beer. There was like a rehearsal and then like a break before the actual ceremony. So we just went to Weens and had like one beer. I had a Pils.
did you go to Refuge across the street?
No, we just the one spot that we went to. We literally had time for like one beer before
Okay.
we went back. And Righty was already going there, so we were like, "Hey, we'll swing by." It was their 5th anniversary.
Oh, okay.
And I had their Pils, which was good. Cass had the Oktoberfest because that's like the beer style that she really likes. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
for sure. Merits some
And that was good. And then Righty had their anniversary double IPA, which was also tasty. So
Nice.
And then I mean,
I saw
if
they
you've
have
ever
cans.
if you've ever been into their tasting room is dope. It's like
Really?
yeah. It's,
Oh, yeah,
it's really
I
nice.
haven't
Like
we need to do
it's
a
like
Temecula show, man.
They've got some money.
yes, they do. Weens is definitely they definitely went for okay. So you know how like a Temecula winery's idea of like a Napa winery.
Yeah.
You know, there's that kind of like Temecula
Rustic yet.
It's rustic yet also strip molly.
Yep.
That's kind of what Weens is. You know, they take like, you know, the idea of your really cool like brewery tasting rooms and make it a little strip molly,
All right.
which is it's cool. It's good. It's a hell of a lot
Temecula,
better
man.
than the most, but it's a little contrived, if you ask me. But the beers that I have are great. It's always cool to see John Righty. What is this beer that we are putting in our faces here?
Have you heard of Laurel hops?
I have heard the name. I have never used them.
Well, the beer we're drinking right now is Hopus Pocus or Hoppus Pocus, however you want to say
Yeah,
it.
that's a bit of a stretch of a name, isn't it?
What do you
From,
call it? I don't know.
From the Noble.
That's magic.
This is made with, it's a hazy IPA made with HBC 344, Laurel, Loral, which I'm assuming is a hop, and some Mosaic. So
Yeah, where have I heard from that? This is like
6.5% ABV.
pretty new.
It's
No, yeah. I know what this is. This is like, I was interested in this because it's marketed as like a cross between New World and Old World hop aromatics, which I thought was really interesting because like I remember at one point we were doing like some brewery beers and it was interesting because they are one of the few breweries that'll use like Old World and New World hops together, and that's what like kind of perked up my ears on this one. I was like, if I've ever heard of a saison hop, then that sounds like it would be it.
so New World, Old World. You're going for tropical but earthy kind of thing.
Yeah, let me.
Spicy,
I'll
floral.
read you the description from YCH Hops. Developed by Hop Breeding Company and released in 2016. Laurel brand HBC 291 has a noble heritage that straddles the fence between Old and New World hop aromatics. Has the ability to complement all beer styles, making it a very versatile hop in the brewery. Laurel has been described as pleasant. All of them are described as pleasant. Like every single time, they're
one
like,
is harsh.
we describe this hop as pleasant. Of course you do.
This one
describe
is
this
not.
hop.
This one is not throat rapey.
Yeah. Described as pleasant with floral, citrus, peppery, and some dark fruit characteristics.
I get a peach pie out of this thing, like nobody's business.
Yes.
Peach pie, like a freshly baked peach
Super
pie
peachy.
with the crust and the sugary, crusty stuff on top, and the peaches. Like, doesn't that smell good? I mean, it's pleasant.
Smells great.
Smells
Smells
pleasant. Pleasant. Does smell pleasant.
What do you think of this beer? I think it's pleasant.
Pleasant.
It's very pleasant.
Are you guys getting pleasant? I'm getting a lot of.
Got
I'm
the
getting,
pleasant notes.
This beer is so fucking pleasant.
dude.
Untapped should have a pleasant rating.
You're like, fuck, dude. This thing is pleasant. Shit, man.
Pleasant all over my
Holy fuck.
all over my mouth is
This
pleasant notes.
This is like this like defines pleasant, man.
I get notes of pleasant.
Pleasant Town, Pleasantville, population me.
Gonna get some of this pleasant in my mouth.
But what a fucking pleasant beer, though. I mean, that peach pie thing, dude, I just can't get out of my head. It's very peach pie.
Yeah,
Hocus pocus.
aroma. Okay, specific aroma descriptors include very pleasant, floral, peppery, lemon, citrus, and dark fruit.
Okay, I can get the lemon and citrus now.
The
that you say that.
peppery thing for sure.
On the finish.
I think that's a big part of it because a lot of those, a lot of British hops, a lot of like Slavic hops. So your Styrian Goldings, they can give off like a real particular like peppery kind of thing. So yeah, I think that's might be what they're talking about. But yeah, it also has a little bit of herbaceousness to it.
Yeah,
You know.
a little tea-like as well.
Mm-hmm. This is
like
great.
a flavored tea,
Yeah.
like a sleepy time tea.
Yeah, we should point out that this is a member of the craze, the haze craze. But it's interesting because it's not like smeared fruit.
Yeah,
You know, it
can
actually
really pick 'em out.
Yeah, which is surprising. You normally, we've talked about the hop smearing so much. Like, it's interesting to be able to pick out like specific characteristics. You know?
The hop schmear. Did it go to the OBGYN of the hops?
Schmear.
I think this is one of the best hazy IPAs to come out of Noble yet.
I agree, man. This is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
Hocus
This has
Pocus.
the mouthfeel. Maybe the bitterness is a little too much, but I like that.
Even then, it's on the lower side of what you find.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
And
it's
it's
on the
got
high
that-
side of mid, you know.
One of those things like the hazy IPAs, it always has that like glistening sort of sparkle of a flavor note that or a mouthfeel that kind of goes across my palate.
Yeah.
This is really good.
Yeah. Nice.
Man.
Yeah, Hocus Pocus. My glass is empty.
Well, we have
so they're
another
Hocus
growler
Pocus.
from Noble
Yeah, we got one more to
called
go.
Freddy versus Juicin'.
Jesus Christ, you guys!
Come on.
Like I understand wanting to make some like fun Halloween references, but for fuck's sake,
Freddy versus Juicin' is pretty good. You got to admit.
juicing.
Come on.
I like Hocus Pocus better than Freddy versus
No,
Juicing.
no, I like the Juicin'.
the juicing.
Freddy versus Juicin'.
Freddy versus Juicing. Suck my
Who's
ass.
juicing? Dude, you know, like
mom.
there's gonna be some craft beer nerd who's gonna name his kid Juicing.
Oh, you know Kevin Rose? You know
Yeah.
who Kevin Rose is?
Yeah, the
He
dig,
just-
dig guy.
Had a daughter. What did he name his daughter?
Kevin.
Cabernet.
Zelda.
yeah,
I was like, that is so Kevin Rose. Like, it's perfect.
Zelda
So-
Rose.
Zelda Lynn Rose, I believe.
Oh,
yeah.
she's
Zelda
gonna get beat
Lynn.
So
Zelda Mario Rose. Princess Peach.
I was gonna shit on him for naming her that, but I'm like, no,
Eh, just-
that's Kevin Rose. That makes
Name
sense.
your kid whatever. I name my kid Daisy, and it's
That's
like,
a dope name.
That's pretty though. It's adorable.
Daisy's a cool name too.
So you guys,
It's got like built-in cuteness, you know.
yeah, I liked it just because it was simple and it was pretty, and I think when you have a baby pops out, you're like, what's simple and pretty?
Turns out her
a Daisy.
personality kind of matches her name too. So
Yeah. Talk about gamer girl. My God, man.
Yeah.
She was like, The Sims 4 just came out with the cats and dogs thing, and she was like, she pre-ordered it with her own money
Nice.
and waited until 9:00 at night, and it came out, and she's like, oh my God,
Nice.
it's downloading.
Me and Destiny.
yeah,
Oh,
Yvonne's
Jesus Christ.
Yvonne's sister's son. He's I want to say 7 now, maybe 8. And I did a live stream of Splatoon 2
Yep.
on Facebook, and he was watching it, and she was just commenting for him on the Facebook chat. And his comment was like, he made a couple, you need to do this. And then I ended, he's like, please get better. I was like, I'm never doing this again.
Get good.
Good.
Get good.
That's
Get
awesome.
good. What is everyone smelling this?
Not peach pie.
I get some liminess, like
This
key
comes
limes.
Kind of hotter for me, I think.
This is a 9.6 effort.
Yeah.
a little more boozy for me, I think.
Yeah, get some key lime pie
I'm
or
getting.
something.
Yeah, I think lime is a good call. I can't put my finger on this one, like at all. I don't know what did I do to my nose. I can't
I get some
smell anything
melon,
today.
melon like on the flavor. Definitely some like
Yeah,
what is
like
that?
I'm getting like you're right. I think key lime is a good one. I'm getting like white flowers.
yeah.
You know,
It's kind of a.
it almost
little
comes
bit
off
of a
kind. It almost comes off kind of like oaky, even though obviously there's no oak in it. But I get a little bit of that like woody vanilla thing.
heat. Yeah, I can see vanilla. I get that pie crust thing on this.
You guys aren't getting heat on the nose?
Oh, I am.
It's pretty fucking hot, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's up there. It's still good, but not my jam. Not after
There's-
the Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, I think the Hocus Pocus is definitely the
That's
Winner.
the winner.
the better of the two.
I mean, this has it's got a soft mouthfeel on it, and I think actually the bitterness is a little lower than the Hocus Pocus. Am I wrong about that? That's how it's coming off. to me
Yeah,
anyway.
definitely. Yeah, definitely lower. There's something in there that isn't agreeing with me.
But the aroma kills it for me. It's not bad. It's a decent beer. It's if I got a pint of it, I wouldn't return it. It's good.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick it apart, but it's one of those. This one has the hop schmear.
Yeah, it definitely has the schmear, but it's not like schmearing in a positive direction. It's not doing it.
A negative schmear.
It's not doing it for. Hello, Tenor Madness. You finally made a live show.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I also want to Juan more IPA is hanging out with us in the chat too.
We're doing some more beers from him later on this session.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, this comes off kind of nail polishy hot for me on the nose, and it kind of kills it. So they can all be winners.
Yeah, for me, I just get like a watermelon-y.
Yeah, I think like lime and melon is good, but it also has melon, like that almost like melon funk kind of thing, which is kind of not doing it for me. And I also get it like a lot of time, like those really hot alcohols come off more like rose water.
Yeah, rose water I think is a good call.
Yeah, but which I'm getting quite a bit on this, and it's not really.
I think the geraniol, if you've ever had that as a descriptor.
What?
Geraniol,
Like
it's a flower.
geraniums?
Yeah.
Geraniol. Okay.
Huh. No.
Yeah,
Those
it's always
fuzzy flowers.
Yeah,
fuzzy leaves.
it's always come off as rosewater to me, but that might not be the right flower. It has like a really distinct like hot alcohol floral character. I made this beer at Packing House one time that was fucking rocket fuel, and so it's one of those things like I'll never get that smell out of my brain. So every time I get like a really hot beer, like that's what I get.
In smell on the membrane. So we do have another beer. Do we want to do it? We have time?
Yeah,
We do have time,
definitely.
and I'd rather go out on a high note because this is a good beer.
Creature from the Merc Lagoon, you guys. This is an actual can release that people waited in line for.
And that can art is amazing. That looks cool.
Who is this from, you guys?
The
Is
Nurbles.
still from the Noble?
Yeah.
The Club Nurbles. And Anaheim.
Yeah,
California.
look at that. Oh man, I like the whole like would that count as like a drop shadow?
It's like a block.
Drop block.
Yeah, it's not a shadow. It's like block. I don't know.
Yeah, but
3D. It's like a bunch of blocks.
yeah, like it's like a 3D like block looking type thing, which looks great.
I did a review of this beer on YouTube. If you want to check it out, it's
Let's just play that back right now. Cue it up, John.
Show filler.
it's a good beer though. So, spoiler.
And there is no information on the can about the beer whatsoever, except that it's 9.4%. Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't find any info on the hops either. I looked before I did my little video thing. So
Yes, you guys. That's what I'm talking about.
it's got a great nose.
Oh man. This is like the most classic hazy IPA that we've had so far.
Yeah,
what do you get on the nose? Because I'm
Orange
not gonna.
juice.
Yeah, really?
Orange juice.
Okay.
Yep.
A little bit of grass, a little dank,
I get.
pungent.
What's funny is like this is the one that I don't care for whatever. Like it smells like bike tires to me.
Really?
Bike tires and orange juice.
Bike tires.
Go figure, man.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but I'm mostly getting creamy orange juice. It's hitting me. That's hitting me.
That dank thing is just so dank. It's like rubbery.
I'm
Cat
getting
pee?
that.
Maybe cat pee?
I don't know.
I'm getting like that acid orange kind of aroma where you can smell like the acidity.
It's
on
kind of
it.
diesely to me.
Man, you're just shitting
Isn't
all
that
over
weird?
this beer.
No, I'm just telling you what I'm smelling.
Acid Orange is my favorite late period Black Sabbath album.
Hey, they can't.
Pre Dio when they were on all the cocaine.
You can't like every beer. So
This smells
know.
great. I think something's wrong with your nose right
that's
now.
fine. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I can say what I smell.
You can.
what I want.
I smell what I want.
I smell what I
I do what I want. I club a baby seal.
want. What?
That's a
Maybe-
Cartman thing.
maybe-
Maybe, same.
maybe
I do
you'd
what I
li-
want.
Maybe
I
you'd
club
like
a baby seal.
Maybe you'd like some slippers made from the heads of innocent and defenseless baby seals.
Oh god, it does taste good though. I mean, I haven't even tasted it yet. I should reel back.
What?
I've been drinking a lot of beers here this morning. It's I haven't eaten any food today, so
Oh, dude.
Food's
I'm
still
like,
a ways off too.
wow.
So
Yeah, I mean this is still pretty hot. The bitterness is real low, which I like.
You're pretty hot, and your bitterness is.
My bitterness is incredibly high. What are you talking about? Who the fuck are you talking to?
I don't know.
like,
I do get some heat on there now that I,
Yeah,
now that you mention it.
some heat, not nearly as much as the last one.
And being out, it's been on the table maybe for a half hour, 40
Roughly,
minutes now.
yeah.
So it's not like drinking cold. It's like right in that cellar temp.
And these beers you do want to drink pretty damn cold.
Pretty cold, yeah.
Like it's because not that they have negative characteristics that manifest when they get warm, but they're just better colder. You know, it's just how they are.
Yeah, the heat is coming out way more when it warms up.
When it warms up.
Yeah, for sure.
One of the things I've seen quite a bit of these days is brewers take a lot of stock in Untapped reviews, and they just think it's hilarious when people are like, 1 star, doesn't have any hoppiness.
Yeah,
We
seriously.
should do a show like we should read some of those because they're fucking hilarious.
Oh,
Just-
dude. Oh, man. We
Oh,
do
man.
need to do. We can do some Guess That Brew from the Untapped review.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, shit.
It's been a while.
1 star, doesn't have any bitterness.
Yeah, no bitterness. 1 star.
This is
You
I don't
know,
like sours.
Untapped reviews. There's some. Untapped is good for reference to a certain point. Because when I see a beer that has like a 4.3, 4.4, and a lot of people have had it,
It's a good
Yeah,
beer.
a lot to me.
when it gets over like 250, 300 reviews on Untapped and it still has above 4 stars, you know it's probably going to be pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as like the micro reviews where you're going to go in and see what people have to say, it's like brain diarrhea. They're just whatever, they're drinking the beer, blah, 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 blah.
And they're probably drunk
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah,
At the
true.
same time,
God,
with sites
typos.
like Beer Advocate, they go out of their way to like specifically mention,
To be
aroma,
verbose.
mouthfeel,
I would hope so.
flavor.
I don't know. Hang
Even-
on.
even-
Let's give
even
this a shot real quick. Let's give this a shot real quick. Give me
pull
a
up-
couple of minutes.
Yeah, let's pull up this beer. I don't have Untapped, unfortunately. I'll install Untapped. How's that?
All right, let's see here.
Oh, you guys have laptops, so let's let you do the work.
Oh, do you?
I don't know if you remember, Greg, when I told you I took my old Apple Watch off my account and like I'm still getting like 10 pop-ups.
Apples, dude. Apples, bro.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
No
Here's
sound effects.
Okay, here's one. Hoppy bitterness with citrus, mint, and floral notes that linger from start to finish. Malt is just right, making this brew well balanced. 4.5 stars.
What's wrong with that?
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hang on, let me see if there's a low one in here
Props
somewhere.
on that one. And then so-and-so toasted it. I toast that, bro.
Bottle 1024. Floral and big pine as usual initially, then mango and goji berries. Blue spruce later. Welcome home, baby. 4.25
Blue
stars.
spruce. Wow.
Great review.
That's fucking like very evocative. I can put those notes in my head and
Kyle in the chat. Parking sucked, 1 star.
yeah. So true. I've seen that. 1 star.
Oh,
Fuck
how
this
is there
place.
sort by? Here we go. Sort by
Sort by funny reviews. That
No,
suck.
I want to sort by rating. So I want to get like the lowest,
The 1 stars,
low
yeah.
ratings here. Yeah. But I can't figure
Speaking
out
of
how to do
bad
this.
parking, I was forced to valet park at a brewery at like
What?
4 o'clock in the afternoon.
What brewery was this?
Stone.
No, it was Barley Forge. I mean, I know the parking there sucks, but there were spaces, and I feel like if you were there early enough to actually get a parking spot, you should be able to take it without.
Was it free?
It was free, but I mean,
Yeah,
you're
it's
also
tip.
getting-
if it's
but-
free,
still
that's
got a
cool.
tip, dude.
I know, but at least
Still,
when
I
it's
mean,
free,
dude,
like
parked it
two
right in front, too.
two
I'm like,
bucks for
really?
valet parking is not bad.
I'd pay $2 to valet park.
It was just a pain in the ass.
Was
I'm like,
it?
Yeah, because there's other things I want to walk to around there, and I was like, so I have to leave.
And then
to
come
go
back
walk
to
it?
get your car. It's well.
Yeah, it
What
was
are you
weird.
complaining about?
Valet parking. You're
But,
obligated
so
to
if you,
tip,
but if you had just parked, you would have done the same thing anyway.
but I wouldn't have had to deal with here's my keys and let me take all my shit out of my car because I don't trust you to not lock it.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
didn't
it was
live
a
up to
pain.
the hype for me. Maybe it's because I'm in Denver and it doesn't travel well. 3.5 stars.
Yeah, that's kind of yeah. That's
It did.
stupid.
Oh come on, there's got to be.
So he's saying that.
admittedly, these are mostly like pretty good reviews.
That's
So
pretty
this
good
is-
then.
this is kind of
so
a failure.
we proved it wrong.
Okay, Weird World, but Malt Bomb City, 3.5 stars.
What?
Weird world, but Malt Bomb City.
Say
That's
that
what
10
it said.
times fast.
Yeah, seriously.
Weird world.
What's the
world.
brewery?
Weird world.
Weird world. Weird.
If I said that, I'd give it away.
We can use. How about Yelp reviews of breweries?
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
I went here with my sister's birthday, and like we had to wait in this big line, and then we totally didn't get all the beers we wanted,
and then we only got to order one beer at a time.
and then we got a flight, and they were all gross, and there was no place to sit, and it was really hot, and there was little gnats that were flying in my ears and my eyeballs.
And what was that smell?
I like how you're essentially doing Krista Leah's impression of a child. Nah, this is going to take some more work than I thought because you got to collect like half a dozen. By the way, these were all for Pliny the Elder.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna for our next show. I'll print out some Yelp reviews of breweries. See if we can guess what breweries. They are.
Dude, that'd be amazing, amazing. So thank you, Kyle, for bringing us these beers, and
thank you to Noble for providing us with the crowlers and the free beers and stuff.
Yeah, definitely
enjoyable.
You guys are dope.
9 out of
And
10.
thanks to who again for the blind pig?
4 stars.
Patrick from Bottle Logic.
And thank you, Patrick. If you want
5 stars to Patrick.
5 stars to Patrick. If you want to find us online, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter,
Sweater meat.
First show, third show. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. You can find all that information on fourbrewers.com. Go to where do you want to go? Go to fourbrewers.com/live if you want to hang out with us while we're taping the show. Go to fourbrewers.com/YouTube if you want to find all of our ooey gooey video content.
Speaking of that, we have a bunch of Cheap Beer Corner coming up and some new.
Yeah, why is that, John?
Dude, that one session where we did Coors and all that, well, I slept at Jason's house and then we had to record the next day.
Oh.
I totally forgot we did that. So
like
I've got
bonus
to hunt
content.
down all of the audio and everything to make sure I didn't delete it. So we should have like 11 episodes in the bag.
Oh, that's amazing.
So, and then Pink Beer Corner, Natalie, it was a pumpkin explosion yesterday. It was fun.
Cool.
Even though it's, almost Thanksgiving and kind of past the pumpkin season, we're right in there.
Still fall. Pumpkins.
Go to iTunes and give us a rating because we want your 5 stars and it helps us in the iTunes rating, helps people discover the show. Go to patreon.com/4brewers if you want to donate to the show because that helps us out immensely, helps us do fun stuff. And if you want to get in touch with us directly, hit us up at feedback@4brewers.com and brew the shit out of it.
Thank you.
Okay. Kyle, we're actually going to be recording 2 weeks from now. So it's almost like once a week. Right? 2 weeks from now? The second?
Yeah.
Is that 2 weeks from now?
That's a good question.
I think maybe I'm thinking of December.
Yeah, we're recording 2 weeks in a row in December.
The second is our next date, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, 2 weeks,
3.
2 weeks, then 2 weeks. We're gonna have a bunch of episodes in the bag, yeah.
Which is gonna be nice. Yeah, the holidays are rough.
Yeah, seriously.
Like if it's not the second, I have plans every Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, same. I do want to figure out the next recording session after that because January.
Yep.
I've got Julian for my 2 weekends, but then in between that is the Dale Brothers, the last name anniversary fest.
I wish they were Dale Brothers again. It's just so much easier.
Well, there's only one brother now, so
Call it Dale Bro. What's up, Dale Bro?
what's up, Dale Bro?
Bro.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
we'll figure it out. Pizza's not going to be here till 1-ish, so sorry. That's my fault.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, Greg.
I'm gonna be drunk as fuck.
We got some munchies.
Yeah, let's take
Munchies.
I don't know. We got some chips and stuff. So if you're watching the video stream, we're going to stop that right now. And you can reload the page in about 15 minutes or so when we come back. So if you're in the audio stream, enjoy some music.